So for the first function, in order to differentiate, so I'm moving from, so what is it, 7, it's 731. So past 731, I can't take that because we're going to start looking at this. So, so f prime of x, first of all here, this is a product, so I have 15x squared e to the x plus 5x cubed e to the x. These are two of the most important functions that we need to remember how to differentiate. When I differentiate 1 over x, I get negative 1 over x squared with minus in front. And this is minus 1 over 2 the square root of x. So I'm thinking that this should have taken 1 minute. Now let's look at the second one. Top prime is 2, 1 minus x minus the top times the denominator prime, which is negative 1. 1 minus x, everything squared. So this is 2 minus 2x, but plus 2x minus 1 over 1 minus x, everything squared. These two go away. The numerator is 1 divided by 1 minus x, everything squared. So this should have taken another minute. So the point I'm making here is, do you have to finish in 1 minute? No. You had 12 minutes. But the more you practice, the easier everything becomes. So 2 minus 2x, but negative 1 with negative 1 will cancel out. So then you have plus 2x minus 1. These two go away, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So again, these are simple functions, not the ones that you brought to class. Those were, more involving. But these are kind of basic functions, and I was hoping that once you do the work with me sequentially, you'll have a smooth ride. That's my hope. That's why we're doing this. Okay, one other thing that I was going to say here is e to the x prime. Can anyone tell us what is e to the x prime equal to? What does it equal to? Yes, but I should have, I lied to you. I should have said times the inner function prime. But what didn't I?
Because the inner function prime is 1.
In this case it's 1. Awesome. But now let's discuss this. What would you come up with in this case? What would you say?
E to f of x times f prime of x.
Brilliant. That's all I needed. That's it. Because this now is not x, but a function of x that needs to be differentiated. Awesome. One more thing. Notice that also e to the x prime is e to the x, if you want, times x prime, but we already established that. But it should be times natural log e. This is the correct formula. We omitted this as well. Why did we omit natural log e?
Is it 1?
Exactly. However, careful now. If I have any other number, not e, any number, to the x power, this is no longer 1. So I have to write a to x times natural log a. With e, it's 1. But natural log a, if a is not e, it's not 1. So this is a new formula that you have to add to your list. Okay. Of course, now if the power is a function of x, can anyone construct the formula? For a to a function of x prime. Can anyone give us the formula?
Is it a to the x?
Careful.
A to the f of x times natural log a?
Not yet.
F prime.
Yes. Awesome. So now we can answer any question. Let me go back and share my screen. We can answer any question, including the ones with a base that is not E. So let's choose more chain rule.
21.
21. Let's look at 21. So f of x equals 4x plus 5 to the third power times x squared minus 2x plus 5 to the fourth power. Awesome pick. Good. Great job. Okay, so this is function 1, and this is function 2. Which rules apply here? By inspection, by, yes, product rule, good. What else? The product rule, good.
Power rule.
Yes, the chain rule. Because this is not x cubed. It's a function raised to the third power. It's a function raised to the fourth power. It's this rule that we discussed at the beginning. It's a function to the 10th power, 10, the function to the 9th times the inner function prime. Good. So let's start. Let's differentiate the first function. Can anyone tell us what to write?
Three times 4x plus 5 to the second.
Times the chain rule is not done.
4.
Yes. Times the second function plus the first function times the second function prime.
X minus 2.
X minus 2 raised to 3. 4x minus 2. X minus 2.
N function to n minus 1 times the inner function prime. Let's try again.
That's 4x squared minus 2x plus 5 to the third.
The chain rule is not done.
Times 2x minus 2.
Yes. Now it's done. Power in front, subtract 1 from the power times the inner function prime, times the second function plus the first function, times power in front, n minus 1, 4 minus 1 is power 3, times the inner function prime, which is 2x minus 2. Are you in sync with me? Are you with me?
Yeah, that makes sense.
No. Yes.
So,
Where did you get the minus 2?
can you say that again?
I said, where did you get the minus 2 from? The 2x minus 2. Why is it not 2x plus 5?
What is the derivative of a constant?
Isn't it 0?
Good. So then what is the derivative of x squared?
2 will be 2x.
What is the derivative of negative 2x?
2 times 2 is 4.
What is the derivative of negative 2x?
I'm not sure. What is it not 4?
So when you differentiate negative
Oh,
2,
no, because you multiply it by 1, so it would be -2.
okay,
And the x was there. Okay.
good. So now we have to simplify by factoring. This is very important. So I'm going to rearrange the whole thing. First of all, multiplying 3 by 4, which is 12. This is all product. So we have 4x plus 5 squared and x squared minus 2x plus 5 to the 4th. Here I have a 4, but I don't have enough room, so I'm going to copy it here. 4, and then 4x plus 5 cubed, and then x squared minus 2x plus 5 to the 3rd. I should have factored out the 2 in here, but that's okay. And 2x minus 2. Okay. Look at the first term, and look at the second term, and let's identify what is common, and let's pull it out. Let's pull out all common terms. I meant factors, of course. These two terms have common factors. What are those common factors? What is the first common factor?
4x plus 4.
4.
Go for it.
What is the second common factor?
4x plus 5 squared.
Yes, to the smallest of the two. Excellent. And what is the third common factor?
X squared minus 2x plus 5
To which power?
cubed.
Yes, awesome. And now I'll open brackets. Of course, I will not have enough room, so I'll continue, but I'll start here. From this first term, from 12, I have 4 out, so a 3 is left in. From 4x plus 5 squared, I have all of them out. From power 4, I subtract power 3. So what is left inside? This is out completely. But from power 4, I have power 3 outside. How many are left?
1.
Yes, which means x squared minus 2x plus 5. Awesome. Sign is plus. Plus. Now, not two pluses. What I mean is look for the next row, something follows here. So plus. 4 is out. From these 3, I removed 2. How many are still left in?
1.
Yes, 4x plus 5. 4, and I have 3 up. 3, and I have 3 out. This is out. Now I have a 2x minus 2. And it's done. Not fully simplified yet. So I copy the first 3 factors again. And now I have to distribute, and combine like terms and simplify what I have in brackets. So 3x squared minus 6x plus 15 plus, now I have to distribute 4x to 2x, 8x squared, 4x to negative 2, negative 8x, 5 to 2x, 10x, 5 to negative 2, negative 10. And now I'll combine these two, and that's absolutely done. And no one can further simplify it. Again, they're not two equal symbols. I'm just telling you that I haven't finished. Please follow closely. 4x plus 5 squared, x squared minus 2x plus 5 to the 3rd. I have a 3x squared with 8x squared, 11x squared. I have a negative 6x with a negative 8x, which is negative 14, plus 10 minus 4x. And the 15 with minus 10 is plus 5. And this is absolutely done. Fully simplified. No one can further simplify this. Any questions? Or maybe you won't need it here. Any questions on this? Something like this we're going to deal with in chapter 4. Do we need more chain rule?
You should break it down one more time.
Yes. Where from?
Starting after you wrote in black Sharpie. So just like the factor in and everything, just to kind of piece it together.
Yes, so these two terms have 4 in common, and they have 4x plus 5 in common to the smallest power. I have to choose 2. And they have this in common, not a factor. I have to choose the smallest power, which is 3. So from the first term, I took out 4. I took this out, and I took 3 out of 4. So I have a 3 left, and one of these. And then plus. 4 is out. This is power 3, and I removed 2, so I still have 1. This is completely gone, it's out, and then I have 2x minus 2. So then I copy these 3 factors, and then I distribute it here using algebra, and then simplified this polynomial, quadratic polynomial, into 11x squared minus 4x plus 5. 11x squared, negative 14 plus 10, negative 4, 15 minus 10, 5. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So I want to share my screen, and I wanted to, again, that's why we need so much time. As you see, there are so many different types of problems. I don't even know where to start. So let's look at one example like this. So like 35. So it's like g of x equals 4 raised to c over x. G of x specifically says the variable is x. Obviously, c must be considered as a constant. So we want to differentiate and find the derivative of g of x. So remember the formula is a to a function prime is a to the function times the function prime times natural log a. So let's try. So can anyone give us the start of the problem? Anyone? So the first piece is basically 4 to c over x times. The second piece, can anyone differentiate c over x for us? We discussed that last week. So c times the derivative of 1 over x. What is it?
Negative 1 over x.
One more time.
Negative 1 over x.
It cannot be. Go back to your formulas.
Negative 1 over x squared.
Very good. So I have this, I have this. Now all I have to do is multiply by what am I multiplying by?
Natural log of g. Or,
Just compare these two and you will know,
4.
of course. So let me write it one more time. So g prime of x equals negative 4 to c over x. I should put c in front. I want to put c in front. Sorry. So g prime of x equals c times 4 to c over x times natural log 4, everything divided by x squared, and of course with minus in front. Is that clear?
Where did the natural log come from?
From here.
And so that's just for dealing with any constant.
Other than e.
Other
Yes. Yeah, that's why I put the formula there. Good. Other questions here? Are we okay with